That is correct, sir. I had the audio off, so yes. DJ, man, you always got my back, bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. But the audio should be good now, right? Yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I had my mics was turned off. Everything was off and now it's back on again. So, what's good? So, what's up, people? I just want to say that I'm glad to once again be here with y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me tonight. And I appreciate that. Now, normally, what y'all are used to doing is me coming on singing some cold ass song, rocking the auto tune, and just having myself a good time. But it's a little different today. It's a little different tonight. It's going to be a little different on tonight because today is a special day. It's a little different. So we're going to do things a little different. We're going to do things, I guess, kind of like in reverse almost. Yeah, kind of like in reverse. I think that's how we're going to do it. What a lot of people may or may not know, those few of you out there, matter of fact, before I get into that, everybody that's out there in YouTube land, let me give a shout out to the first person in the chat on the relationship rehab side was Athena Osborne. Thank you. I think that might be your first time. I can't remember. Well, it's been a while because I haven't seen you personally in a minute. Let me give a shout out to April, Rock TNT TV, Daquan. Let's see, Roderica. Yeah, Roderica. I'm good. How are you? G friend, what's happening? My brother from another mother, like no other. My man DJ Just J. Okay. Yes, sir. What's up to you, bro? Ricky Henderson. If you have not subscribed to the Soto podcast, make sure you do so. My man is the truth. He is, in fact, an advocate for children. Check out his channel. He has some incredible stories, some incredible follow-ups, incredible breakdowns. He really does an excellent job. He does his homework. He does his research. And he puts together some really good content. So make sure you check him out. And he be having some cold-ass music. And he be having some cold-ass backgrounds, which he don't share with nobody. He won't share with me anyway. He don't share that shit with me. He had them cold-ass backgrounds and shit. His shit be looking like he had a motherfucking studio somewhere. But all I got is a motherfucking flag doing this shit. That's all I got. That's all your boy got, DJ. I just got a flag going back, or I'm up at my penthouse apartment looking downtown over the night light, over the city night light of the city light. That's all he do, but he won't do nothing else for your boy. Now he got his shit. He's sitting at a desk. He got like 3 TVs up. He's in this furnished studio and all that. He got all that. But his boy, I'm sitting over here with the Tommy Sotomayor classic setup and a waving flag that's doing this. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all you gonna get. But hey, I love you, bro. You got me out here looking bad. I ain't got no cutaways. I ain't got no. He even got a little picture where he be like this, and you be thinking it's him, and he be talking, but it's just him, and he just like, and he got like a little cutaway like that. He got all that shit, and I ain't got nothing. You ain't shit, DJ Just J. I take everything back. Oh, that's my brother, man. I love him to death, my bro. But let me send a shout out to Katrina, Amanda K. What's happening? Low RCS, what's up? That sounds like something that's wrong with your car, ain't it? Say, hey man, what's wrong with your car? I was low on RCS. Oh, okay. Yeah, they just put some more in there and you good to go, ain't you? Yeah. I just did it all on. But shout out to Sylvester M. Shout out to Lanisha Lewis, UFO Kamikaze. What's up, man? Let's see who else is off up in here. Lady Lie 2.0. This ain't just Lady Lie. Now, it ain't just Lady Lie up in here. This Lady Lie 2.0. That's who up in here now. Yeah. I don't know about that other Lady Lie 1.0, 1.5, Lady Lie 1.879, Lady Lie 1.992. I don't know about none of them Lady Lies. The only Lady Lie I know about is Lady Lie 2.0. Shout out to you. I'm feeling good tonight. I really am. I'm feeling good. Let's see who else. Denise Elkerson, what's happening? Let's see who else off up in here. Lanisha Lewis, what's up? Hey, hey. Is that everybody? This another name. What is that? Stereo AGC Stereo Man. That's what I'm gonna say it is. ACG Stereo Man. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say that is. Because I can't pronounce that other name. Then we got Miku. What? Eku Meku. Man, what is going on with y'all? Coming in with these BT names. King Swisser, what's happening? AC. All right, we'll stick with AC. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, I just wanted to hit everybody up over here on the United Guns of America because, yes, I do have a second channel. One day, this channel here is, I do a lot of gun stuff and all that kind of stuff over here, but I've been building it up. Hopefully, one day I get as big as Tommy and get kicked off a channel and gotta go over to a backup channel. And I have this one ready to go. But till then, still, thank you for everybody for subscribing over there. Everybody that's checking it out, then hit the like button over there on that side. My man Ronald Hot Boy. First one in the chat over there was Ray-Ban, Raban, what's happening? Athena was over there. G-Friend, what up, what up? Amanda, K, hit your boy up. Ronald, Hot Boy, and Lady Lie 2.0 over there too. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all coming through, checking your boy out, and I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. So, what I said about doing something different, now we done got the housekeeping stuff done. Before I get started tonight, for those of you who may not know, because only a few of my Facebook friends that's on here is on there. My Facebook is yeah, I got like 100-something people that gave me friend requests, and I just don't have time to go through all that. But for those of you who are over here that are my Facebook friends, y'all may or may not have seen my post. But today is my daddy's birthday. And it is a heavenly birthday. And usually on this day, every year, me and my brother, we usually have a toast. When I was in Chicago living there, we'd always have a barbecue or something. We'd smoke some cigars, drink a little drink. That's just what we would do. Unfortunately, because I am in Texas now, chilling in the DFW, and my brother is still in Chicago in the Wild Honey. Shout out to the Wild 12 dudes low down. Y'all know what it is. But with that being as it may, still don't stop us because it's technology. So I wanted to include y'all in this because I'm talking about some law enforcement stuff. And for those of you who don't know, my daddy was a law enforcement officer for the Chicago police, put in 29 years. What? Yeah, buddy. And I wanted to have a toast with my brother, with y'all off up in here. Let me make sure I can get them on. Hold up. Wait. There we go. I think I got them. Yep, there you go. And we're going to go on the speakerphone. You there, brother?
Yes, I'm here, my
My
man.
brother. Can y'all hear my brother? I don't know if y'all can or not, but it don't matter. Say what's up to the people there, Bert. This is my brother Bert, y'all.
What's up, people?
He said, what's up, people? Hey, look, man. You got your glass, brother?
Yes, sir. I got my glass right here.
My man, I got my glass. Hey, if y'all got a glass out there, YouTube now, I don't know if y'all sitting there watching me with a beer or whatever the case may be. If you got something, just take a pause for a second and let's go ahead and toast. You want to toast or you want me to toast?
Hold on. Is it how many people we got watching?
Right now is 40 people, 41 people.
Millions of people? Got millions of people?
I had 41,000 watching.
Hold on, man, I gotta do this. And would I be joy that this love?
All right, Fred G. Sanford. That's what's up.
Yeah, man, I got my glass, man.
All right, do you want to toast or you want me to toast?
You go ahead, little brother. I'll let you toast.
All right, here we go. To our daddy. Those of you who know us know that we didn't call him daddy. We called him Diddy. That's right. Deddy. I did it. Pops, we love you. We miss you. There's so many more than us that misses you. You touched thousands of people's lives, and you were something truly to behold on this planet. Your time here was short, but it was impactful. And I think that's one of the biggest things that matter. The legacy you left behind, you will live on forever through us. We are our father's sons. I love you, my brother. And I love you, Pops. Yes, sir.
Pops, baby.
Salute. Mm.
One love.
There we go.
One life, one love.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, bro. Let me get on with my show. I'm gonna go ahead and do the damn thing. All right, bro.
Tell all the people I said, get to the boogie.
All right, bro. I'll love you, man, later. All right. That's what's up. All right. So now we done got the housekeeping part done. Pay tribute to my pops with my brother. And hey, this is the first time I was able to share that with y'all. So hey, it makes it special. Happy 77th heavenly birthday, Pops. Yes, indeed. So it's been 15 years. All right. So now let's get down and take care of this business. Now, this shooting actually just happened. So it's a lot to this, and I'm going to try to really put it all together in order a little bit and then get to the video. So first, but definitely most important, we got to do this part, which is
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
all right. Now, let's check this out. So first, what I want to do is I want to just like see if this can give y'all like the general overview of what happened, and then we'll go into it.
Another big story today. A 20-year-old Avondale man is recovering after being shot by police Wednesday afternoon. Today, Cincinnati police and the city held a press conference, but there are still many questions left unanswered. Nine on your sides, Raven Richard has more.
He was a very, very good child as far as my concerns are.
Avondale resident Dulcie Freeman talks about often helping Vernell Jackson out.
So I was surprised when they said, when I found out that what was going on down there.
Jackson was shot by Cincinnati police officer Mark Schildmeyer near an Avondale park Wednesday shortly afternoon. CPD Chief Elliot Isaac says a plainclothes officer first spotted Jackson.
He simply noticed that he transferred a gun from his pocket into his waistband. The keen observation of this officer saw that. He asked for additional officers to respond. That's why Officer Schildmeyer responded.
Avondale resident James Hicks lives on Blair Avenue and across the street from where the shooting happened.
I heard a scream from a young lady outside, and I went to my balcony. And as I went to the balcony, and I seen that what she was saying about someone being shot. It just was a lot of chaos, that was taking place at the time.
During the press conference, CPD also says a gun was found at the scene, and that gun was legally purchased but did not belong to Jackson. Freeman says she wants incidents like this to stop.
I'm just sick and tired, and it hurts.
That was Raven Richard reporting. That body cam and dash cam footage is not being released until the prosecutor's office releases it to the public. CPD says it hopes that will be sometime early next week.
So this shit happened on September 11th, actually. But, the video cam footage has been released. And that's why we here. Yes, I'm so embarrassed. That was a high point pistol. Yes. For those of you, let me make a pause. Let me pause and just say this. For those of you that are out there that are new to the gun world, who may not be well versed in handgun weaponry, don't know much about pistols, don't buy a high point. First and foremost, a high point is literally just a gun, technically. It's technically just a gun. That's all that high point is. It's technically a gun. It fires a projectile at a high velocity. That's exactly what it is. It is not. It's not a quality firearm, and I'm not telling you to go out and buy no $1,500 Kimber. I'm not telling you to go out and buy no $2,000 Ed Brown 1911. I'm not telling you to go out and do that. But when you purchase a firearm, here's my reasoning behind it, because High Point will be the first one to tell you, yes, we make an economically affordable pistol. Let me tell you something. Cheap things have cheap parts. That's just a fact. That's a fact. If you're buying something that's cheap, that's great. It's at a value price. However, cheap things come from cheap parts. This gun that you buy is to protect your life or someone else's life. Yourself, your loved ones, or some other innocent person's life. That's what you are purchasing a firearm for. If you want, or if you ever have to use your firearm, the first and foremost thing that you want your firearm to do is to fucking work. You want it to work. When I pull the trigger, will it go bang? And when I pull it again, will it go bang? That's the first and foremost thing. You want a firearm that is reliable. Okay? Cheap things are made with cheap parts. You don't want to put your ass on the line because you save $200, because you save $300. Yes, you can find a High Point for $300, hot $280 on sale. You could probably find one for $249. If you know the right niggas, or if you're in the right pawn shop at the right time, or in the right gun store at the right time, you could probably find you a High Point for $150. I would not be surprised. However, when you're talking about protecting your life, saving your life, or that of a loved one, or some other person who's being made a victim, you want your gun to work. You don't want to pull your gun out on a motherfucker and that motherfucker don't work. You remember in Big Mama's house when Anthony Anderson pulled that gun out on motherfucking what's that nigga name, Terrence Howard, and he pulled it out and he the motherfucking magazine dropped out and shit and went to pieces because he was just nervous, didn't know what the hell he was doing. You don't want to pull a gun on somebody and some shit like that happen, where you go pull the trigger, don't shit happen, or shoot one time and it jam. You don't want to do that. Yes, you can get a misfire, you can get a jam with any gun. However, when you're talking about a quality made firearm, the chances of that are slim to none. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So when you ask, hey, well, what kind of gun should I get? Great question, Sylvester. I'm going to tell them to you, and not necessarily in this order. Actually, Ikemiku, whatever, got some great ones up there. You talking about your Berettas. You talking about your Glocks. You talking about your Smith & Wessons. You talking about your Springfields. You're talking about your Sig Sauers. You're talking about, what's the other one? Dang it. That's good. That's 5. Shit. That's good. 5 or 6 of them. Them good guns, if you will. Yes, your Rugers. There you go. That's the other one I was thinking about. Those are the ones you're talking about. All right? Relatively around the same price. Your Springfields, your Berettas. Some of your Glocks are going to run a little bit on the higher end. Your Rugers and your Smiths are going to run a little bit on the lower end of that. But you talking about starting off at least $500 for a quality made firearm, man. Trust me. You won't regret it. Get yourself some shit that's going to work. A gun that is reliable, a gun that is durable, gun that can take a beating. You can drop them motherfuckers 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and be good. All right? That's all I'm saying. So, H&Ks are good too. But I'm just saying, just keep that in mind. All right? Now, let's move along. Man, goddamn High Point. But here is the actual shooting. And I'm going to point this out, and I'm going to actually read this little story real quick. So we're going to go ahead and watch this video and see what happened, see how things took place.
Put me out with a possible armed suspect. It's going to be Blair near Ridgeway.
Back up. You do have another unit with you. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see them. Put it up. 4131. Back up. 8312. 8312. I got shots fired. Back up. You do have another unit with you. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see them. Put it up. 4131. Back up. 8312. 8312. I got shots fired. Got a suspect down. Go ahead and start fire. You got him? Yep. Where's that at? Blair and Ridgeway Court. Blair and Ridgeway. D320, we're on Blair.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe, yo.
Okay.
I can't breathe, yo.
Yeah.
I can't breathe, yo.
Okay.
I can't breathe, yo. I can't breathe.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna. Dude, I thought you were gonna try to shoot me. All right.
Okay, let me hear what y'all think. Was that a clean shoot or no? Good shoot or bad shoot? I'll give you about 30 seconds. Tell me, was that, in your opinion, from what you just saw, was that a good shoot or a bad shoot? The guy right now is in critical condition. He's in the hospital. He's in critical condition. Let's see here. So here's like the latest with this story. Hamilton County Police Office, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joseph Dieters announced Tuesday that no charges will be filed against the officer involved in Avondale shooting, in a shooting in Avondale. That's where this at, Avondale, Cincinnati. All right. Dieters gave an update Tuesday afternoon after a 20-year-old man was shot by a Cincinnati police officer in Avondale. The shooting happened around noon, September 11th, in a 900 block of Blair Avenue near the intersection of Ridgeway Avenue, just a block away from Woodward Park. According to Cincinnati Police Chief Elliot Isaac, an undercover officer working in the area saw a man removing a handgun from his pocket and placing it in his waistband. Okay? Keep that right there. As DJ would say, put a pin in that right there. That undercover officer, who was one of several officers patrolling the area following an uptick in crime in the neighborhood, broadcast the man's description from his unmarked car. Okay? Isaac said Officer Mark Schlittmeyer, the 23-year veteran with the department, responded to the call in a marked vehicle. Authorities said Schlittmeyer saw a man matching the suspect's description and stopped him on Blair Court in front of a basketball court. The man, later identified as Vernell Jackson, 20 years old, held one hand behind his back as Schlittmeyer approached. Isaac said Schlittmeyer gave Jackson 3 commands to show his hands. Jackson removed his hand from behind his back. Isaac said, revealing a gun and pointing it at Schlittmeyer. If you have a gun and these officers are telling you to show your hands and you pull a gun out of your waistband, you're going to get shot, Dieter said at the news conference Tuesday. Officer Schlittmeyer ordered Mr. Jackson to put the gun down and discharge 1 round, striking Jackson in the right side of his torso, Isaac said. Mr. Jackson immediately fell to the ground, and Officer Schlittmeyer immediately summoned for Cincinnati Fire to respond via his radio. Isaac and Schlittmeyer said immediately began to provide pressure to Jackson's wound and began performing what he called life-saving techniques. Officer Schlittmeyer likely saved the person's life by administering first aid after the shot was fired. You'll see that on the tapes, Dieter said at the news conference. The entire incident was caught on the officer's in-car cam, and the dash cam footage was shown at the news conference today. When you get the opportunity to see the body-worn camera, I'm going to actually play this again while this is going. The entire footage was caught on officers in car and the dash cam footage was shown at the news conference on Tuesday, which was today. Where did I? Damn it! I just lost my place. When you get the opportunity to see the body-worn camera video, I think it's definitely worth noting the extreme efforts that Officer Shieldmeyer took to save Mr. Jackson's life, Isaac said. Jackson was taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center for treatment. He faces charges of aggravated menacing and carrying a concealed weapon. Put a pin in that. So that's 2 pins that we got going right now. Okay? 2 of them. All right. Let's keep going. Winnick Jackson. God damn it, black people. Niggas. Winnick, and it's W-Y-N-E-E-K. So I bet you it's Winnick. Fuck. Winnick Jackson, the suspect's mother, said her son was hit with a round that went all the way through his chest and came out on the other side. She said no vital organs was hit and her son is expected to recover. Winnick Jackson said she's withholding judgment about what happened until she sees the footage from the officer's body camera and the cruiser. We're waiting patiently and we really want to see what happened, what took place, Winnick Jackson said. Do you know how quickly we could have had a dead police officer? You're dealing with split-second decisions, Dieters said at the news conference. They did what they were trained to do, Dieters added. Authorities said Vernell Jackson still remains in the hospital at this time. Put a pin there. So that's 3 pins. The call, we put a pin at the officer arriving, and we just put this last pin at saying they had split seconds to decide. All right. So let me go back here because I didn't see half the shit y'all put up, and let me see what people were saying. No good, bad shoot. Okay, good shoot. Good shoot. Flesh wound. I don't know, honestly. That's fair. I saw the video of the white girl that got shot. Good. Need more info. Okay. Bad decision. Could have used taser. All right. Bad shoot. Didn't allow his hands to go up. True LT. Yes, because he didn't know that he was about what he was about to do and pulled out on him first. Then he said never pulled a gun out. That's not true. Good shoot if he had a gun and didn't put his hands up. Oh, wait, he had a gun. Yep, good shoot. Good shoot, good shoot. I agree, good shoot. That part. All right, wow. I'm really surprised. Good shoot. Okay, here's my opinion. I call it a bad shoot. I'm going to call it a bad shoot because of a few things. These 3 points. Number 1, you can see that this kid was out and about. He was not committing a crime. First and foremost, he was not committing a crime. So it wasn't as though man with a gun beating a woman's ass, man with a gun shooting somebody, man with a gun doing A, B, C, and D. There was no crime being committed. Okay? That's first and foremost. Part 2 to this is, it was already reported that this was a man with a gun that an undercover officer called in. Didn't say that the dude was doing shit wrong. Didn't say that the dude was doing shit bad. He was not breaking any laws. Okay? The officer called in and said all he saw was this young man moving his gun from his pocket to his waist. Okay, that's all the information I got as an officer. No shots fired, no crime in progress. There is literally nothing illegal going on. If I had my gun out and I moved my gun from my pocket to my waistband, that is not a crime. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is this. The way that the police officers rolled up, if I'm approaching somebody that I think, as an officer, somebody that I think is possibly in the process of hurting somebody or is in the process of committing a crime, and I know that this person has a gun, I'm not gonna roll dead up on this motherfucker if I think that he could be shooting people or shooting me or shooting my partner. Look at how close right now as to how close he pulled up. Now, for somebody to be this close to this guy, and you're talking about a 20-year-old young man here, for somebody who ain't committing no crime, I myself, me personally, having been in law enforcement, coming from a police family, knowing what my daddy has taught me, if the police rolled up on me like that, I would be nervous as fuck at 20 years old. And I got a gun on me. I would be fucking nervous. I would be scared. Even though I ain't committing no crime, I would be quite alarmed. I would be on edge. I would be nervous. I'd be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Goddamn, I wasn't doing nothing. Here these motherfuckers come, they done rolled up on me. He wasn't waving his gun out in the street. He wasn't Facebook Live and talking about we out here with these gats, nigga. He wasn't doing none of that. He had a gun, yes. Was it illegal for him to have that gun? Yes. Was the gun legally registered? Yes. Now, here's my other part to that, because I know people are going to say, well, just like my man Michael Morton said, great question. The bigger question is, why does he have a gun? You can clearly hear them state in the story, this is a high gun violence, high crime area. I'm going to tell you right now, before I was able to legally carry a gun, I had a gun. Why? Because I lived in the wild, wild hundreds, and niggas was dying every fucking day. That's why I had a gun. I was in them hundreds on the south side of Chicago, in the West Pullman, Rosen area, and niggas was carrying guns, niggas was shooting niggas, niggas didn't give no fucks. Same type of area he's living in. That's why he had a gun. Because some niggas will come and fuck with him, even though he ain't gang banging, or maybe he is gang banging, regardless. That's why he had a gun, though. The gun was legal. They said that. The gun was legally registered. He had it, but it wasn't registered to him. There you go. So that's what it is. So that's why he had a gun, because he in a fucked up area in the neighborhood, which in all of my beliefs, I get it. I get it like a motherfucker. Young 20-year-old dude, yeah, nigga, you out here in them streets, you better have you a robot. You better have you a tool, because you don't know what these niggas doing out here. And the police even said it. Even the chief of police said it. We got all these motherfucking police out here because this is a high crime area. Here we go to the police that roll up on this shit, on this dude, because you know this is a high crime area. Because you know there's an uptick in violence and gun violence alike in this area. Why in the fuck would you pull up within 10 feet of a motherfucker that you think could possibly shoot the shit out your ass? Why would you pull up that close? And you know what this reminded me of? This reminded me of Tamir Rice. That's exactly what this reminded me of. It reminded me of Tamir Rice. You hear a call where you got a kid who has a gun, an AK-47 in a park, pointed at people, no shots fired. Even though the dispatcher didn't tell you it could possibly be a toy, why would you roll up less than 5 feet away from a kid that you think has an AK? Do you know how much damage an AK-47 can do to an officer with a vest? Do you know how much damage an AK can do to a car? Do you know how much damage an AK can do to anybody? I don't care if that kid is 3 or if it's a nigga that's 33. I'm not rolling up on nobody with an AK within 5 feet. I'm not doing it. The cop that shot him was the cop that got in the marked car. The unmarked car, the cop who was undercover, oh, his ass just called it in and kept rolling. He just kept rolling. So here's my thing, and I get the fact that you want to go home that day. If I want to go home, I have to be safe. I don't have to be a dumbass. I need to be safe. You don't put yourself in a situation where you gotta shoot a motherfucker when you don't have to. Because that dude could have pulled up and been 20 yards away from that kid and been like, hey, let me get out my car and tell him to put his hands up. I don't pull that close up to somebody that I know has a gun. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And because the officer who is supposed to be the trained professional in this situation, he rolled up on the kid was nervous as shit. Because yes, when the kid was told to put his hands up, he was scared. And I get the fact that he was scared, and he probably didn't have no daddy with a mama named Wanique who didn't tell him to always just put your hands up, son. So what he was doing, and when you look at the video, I'll start it back up, he grabbed the gun like this. So the gun was tucked in his waist. He grabbed it like this because he was dropping it. Because the dumbass officer was so fucking close, he was scared and he couldn't see what the kid was actually doing. Watch the kid. He's doing this with the gun. He does not grab that gun like this. He does not have the gun up. He pulled it out like this and he's bringing it to the front. That's exactly what he's doing to drop it. But because he was so close and because he was so fucking scared, he shot the kid. He put himself in a bad position. As an officer, one of the first things that you taught that you are taught, if you in a situation that's going left, you use your car for cover, concealment. So why are you gonna run up? Just like when they shot Tamir Rice. If a motherfucker got an AK-47, why are you gonna run up? Why would I run up on an AK-47? Why would I run up on somebody who I may suspect as a police officer, this motherfucker is shooting people, or he may shoot me? If I want to go home, I'm gonna get behind my vehicle. I'm gonna approach this motherfucker and I'm gonna stop like right here. I'm gonna stop like right here. Now, if this motherfucker take off running, then we know what's happening. Look at how close he pulls up. 2 cars. For this one dude, he like, wait, look. He putting the motherfucker down. His other hand, he had a motherfucking drink in the motherfucker, whatever the fuck he had. That's the problem. Because you put yourself in a bad position pulling up on this kid, that's why you made a bad decision. And you shot him. Hopefully he'll survive, but there was no reason. Look at the other car. Look at how close they are. Why would you get that close to a person who you believe could shoot you? If somebody can answer that for me, hey, I would change my mind. Ain't no way. I don't give a fuck if that dude had a 22 or if he had a goddamn bazooka. I'm not pulling up that close to anybody who I know has a gun. Not I'm suspecting. Now, if they didn't know this kid and this kid fit a description of committing a crime and they just rolled up on him, yes, you pull up that close on him. Yes, you pull up that close on him. Absolutely. But for somebody who ain't committed, this is technically not a bad guy. Technically not a bad guy. He should have never pulled it out. You missed the other part of what I said. If the police roll up on you at 20 years old, you ain't the brightest motherfucker in the bunch now. What he was trying to do was trying to show them that he didn't want no trouble. Look at how he pulls the gun. He's not pulling the gun out on them. He's not bagging up. He's not running. He's literally pulling the gun out to put it down. But because they were so close, they couldn't give him an opportunity to do that. That's just like the other dude who got shot in the car. Not Ferguson. What's the dude who got shot in the car by the Asian dude with his girlfriend was there and she Facebook Live the shit? He was nothing but a fucking good guy. His gun was legal. The officer told him, hey, he like, yeah, I got a gun or whatever. And hey, he's like, all right, well, bang, 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 bang. There you go. You carry a gun, you should know what to do when a cop approaches. You are 1000% right. And if you a fucking law enforcement officer, you are a police, nigga, you don't have the motherfucking option to be scared. You can't be scared to be the police. You have to assess. If there is a threat, absolutely. You don't pull up that close to no threat. That's police training. So yes, I'm giving you that, Eagle Eyes. You carry a gun, you should know what to do when a cop approaches you. Absolutely. You a fucking cop, you should know exactly how to approach a motherfucker with a gun. You don't do it that way. You do not do it that way. Plain and simple. Philando Castile, thank you. You talking about the kid that got shot. Yeah, I get it. I get it. My point is, being the law enforcement officer, I'm the more trained. I am tactically trained. I don't pull up on somebody who I know got a gun. That's why I said that police call by the undercover officer, he gave them the information on how to approach this person. Now, if I was just making contact with somebody, I would pull up that close to that person. If I'm just making contact, I'm not just making contact. I am now at this point, once I took that call, I am investigating a man with a gun. I'm not pulling up that close to anybody with a gun. I'm not. Because let's say if he was the worst motherfucker in the world, let's say if he was an absolutely terrible motherfucking bad guy, it's harder to hit me at 20 yards away than it is at 5. They were too damn close. And because they were, thank you, Jason, and because they were too damn close, they shot somebody that they did not have to shoot. They absolutely did. Exactly, QT. If that was a felony stop, would they have done that? Nope. Let me explain to you what a felony stop is for those of you who don't know. So you have your standard traffic stops, right? Where you say, hey, this person got they tags ain't right on their license plate. They got a busted tail light, run their plate. They say, yep, this person, the car, pull it over. I'm gonna write them a ticket. It's your standard traffic stop. There's another type of stop called a felony stop. Felony stop is this. I'm driving, that same person got they busted tail light or banana in the tailpipe, whatever you want to call it. They got something bad, an infraction. I run their plate. Boom. What's going to come up on my screen is going to say, hey, this person is known, has had a history of fighting with the police. He done shot a police officer before. He done swung on a police before. He got assault and battery. Whatever the case may be, he done did 4 years. Whatever the case may be, all that shit's going to pop up. And it's going to tell me, boom, felony stop. What that means is I'm not going to get out and walk up to the car. Evening, sir. To put my 4 fingers on the trunk and walk up and have your license and registration? No. If that person is supposed to be arrested on site, if that person is known to be carrying a gun, I'm not pulling up like him. I'm not pulling up on him like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call for backup, say, hey, I got a felony stop on this guy. Once my backup get there, unless this motherfucker do some crazy shit and pull off, once I got backup, we are going to get on the megaphone. Yeah, this is officer such and such. You, sir, I need you to turn off your vehicle. That's what I'm going to do. Turn off your vehicle. Now, I'll have my door open, and I'll have my gun out. Turn off your vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. Put your hands up. Put your hands up on top of your head. Keep your fingers interlocked. Now, sir, I want you to walk backwards to the sound of my voice until I tell you to stop. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have all my boys behind me, pistols out, ready to light this motherfucker up. Hoping this motherfucker do something wrong because we lighten them up. That's a felony stop. I'm going to have him come all the way back to me. Now, even though I'm talking, my boys are going to be strategically placed to where they can close in on this dude, watching out for, making sure that they're not crossfiring, making sure we ain't crossing our streams like the Ghostbusters, making sure that nobody's in crossfire, and we are going to apprehend them. It's going to be about 2 or 3 motherfuckers on them, and once we get them hands on them, clip, 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 now we got them. We're going to pat him down, put him in the back of the car, and then we're going to search his vehicle and all that other shit. Then that's how it goes. That's how a felony stop is going to go. Thing with a felony stop is if shit go left a little bit, a motherfucker more than likely is going to get shot. That's what's going to happen. Here's the thing with this. This was not that. You were literally approaching somebody. Let's say, for instance, if this dude was hearing impaired. You don't know, right? That's just a fucking variable I'm throwing out. Let's say he was hearing impaired on his left side of his ear. I can only hear good out my right. I'm 20 years old. I see these motherfuckers rolling up on me. I ain't did shit. I'm trying to let them know, hey man, I don't want no problems. Here you go. But because they were so close, they were scared. And when they saw that gun, they shot that boy. Well, he shot that boy. He shot him. Yes, the shoot was justified. Still wasn't good. Legally, he can do what he did. Just like Laquan McDonald. Legally, he could do what he did. Bad shoot. He was too exactly, Jason. Telling it just like it is. Distance, yes, will save your life. Because somebody will even say, well, what if he was a bad guy and he was shooting at me? If I got a bad guy taking a shot at me, I want him doing it. I want him taking a shot at me 20 yards away, not 2, not 5. That's about 5 yards. I want a motherfucker taking a shot at me 20 yards away. Why? Because most niggas can't shoot in the first goddamn place. 2, it's harder to hit that target. It's harder to hit a target that way. I'm telling you. It's way harder to hit a target 20 yards away, especially if you moving, he moving, and your adrenaline's pumping. You scared, but you want to take a motherfucker out. If you ain't used to doing that, it's going to be hard to hit that target 20 yards away. I'm telling you. He could have conducted that stop 20 yards away, 10 yards away, 15 yards away. He could have conducted that stop from there because you knew he had a gun, but you didn't know if he was a good guy or a bad guy. Just because I got a gun does not make me a bad guy. The fact that you knew I had a gun, that gives me the information I need to say, wait, this motherfucker might be a bad guy. So let me first and foremost create the best environment possible to keep me and my partner safe. Hold up, guys. Let's stop back here. No, I'm not ex-military. I was law enforcement for a little bit over 2 years. Let me step back and let me do this. Let's give some distance and let's find out who this motherfucker is. Now, if he take the fuck off running, I know I got a bad guy. I know I got a bad guy. I get it. You didn't have to do that because if I didn't know this guy had a gun and I approached him, I get it. Put your hands up, son. I get it. This was a bad shoot because he had the information and he could have created some distance and he would have been safe and everybody. He could have locked him up for having a gun that wasn't on him. That's all this should have been. A gun that was not registered to you and you carrying it, sir. That's it. That's what this should have been. As opposed to this kid will probably have some medical issues for the rest of his life. Was in critical condition. They saying he gonna survive because he didn't hit no major organs. But even then, with the officer applying first aid, life-saving techniques, I get all of that. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your job. Your job is also to do what is best in a situation to keep not just yourself, but everyone else around you safe. Partners and civilians alike. He shouldn't have rolled up on him. There's no threat right there. He ain't beating her ass. He ain't choking her out. He ain't putting no pistol up on her. He's literally standing there talking to her. She got like a green folder in her hand or some shit. She could have been talking to him about some community shit. We need you to come to the community center to help with the kid. Ain't no telling. I don't care. But the fact of the matter is, that was a bad shoot because that officer, them 2 officers, put themselves in a bad position. Any police officer that's watching this, if you didn't know, now you know. You never roll up to somebody that you know that got a gun. You don't get that close. You don't get that close. Let's say if I had an AK-74, do you realize what I could do with an AK-74 or some type of, or Uzi or some shit like that, somebody pulling up on me that close? If I wanted to do them some damage. Send me that Fredericksburg story. I haven't seen it. How much information did they have? Did they know who he was? They didn't know who he was. A fellow police officer called in the description, and the fellow police officer saw that he had a gun because the kid took the gun and the young man took the gun and brought it from his pocket to his waist. And I'll even say that to the kid, to the young man, 20-year-old dude. Your dumb ass, first of all, you should have had your goddamn pants pulled up. Second of all, you gonna carry a gun, get a fucking holster. Because if you had a holster, you wouldn't be doing that shit in the first place. So he put himself in a bad position. Not debating that at all. He was all the way fucking wrong and didn't know what the fuck to do. However, the police officers are tactically trained and they know how to approach somebody. And they should have done a better job. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, he could have had a better holster. Yeah, he could have had a better way to carry a gun. Dumbass, you don't carry a gun in some fucking sweatpants. You want to wear some sweatpants? You want to have your ass hanging out? Then get a belly bag, a belly pouch, and you put your gun in there. You can access it quick. You can keep the pouch in front of you. Or if you want to put it to the side, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But that stupid shit of tucking some shit in your waistbands, that's how motherfucking Plaxico Burress dumbass shot himself. Carrying a fucking Glock 19 and some goddamn sweatpants like he a fucking cowboy. Stupid as shit. Or what they call Mexican carry. Dumb as shit. You can. I'm not a fan of pocket holsters, but yes, you can even get a pocket holster. But they don't make a pocket holster for a cheap ass fucking .380. That's this kid's first fuck up, because he got a few. His first fuck up was buying a high point. God damn. That's his first goddamn problem. Goddamn gun is so fucking awkward and so poorly made, you gotta shift the motherfucker around because it won't stay nowhere. Bullshit ass High Point. If I become president, first thing I'm doing, I'm shutting High Point down. Let me tell you something. I become president, I'm signing an executive order to ban all High Points. You can't have no more black licorice. I'm banning black licorice. I'm banning Peeps. I'm banning Fluff. And I'm banning Nutella. And I'm banning candy corn. And I'm banning animal peanuts. Them the 7 things I'm getting rid of. First day in office. I want 7 executive orders on my desk right now. I'm getting rid of all that shit. I don't want to see no more High Points. I don't want no black licorice. I don't want no candy corn, no elephant peanuts. I don't want no Fluff and no Nutella. All that shit is terrible. Whatever's been made, take it and you ship it to our enemies. Or give it to people that are starving across the world. Send that shit to the Congo or to Africa or somewhere. Send it to Venezuela. Them motherfuckers starving over. That's what you do. Other than that, I don't want to see it in our soil anymore. That's it. I'm just saying. Man. But that's my thing with this shooting. Like I said, it is justified. It is. Definitely. But it was poor execution on the policeman's fault, on the policeman's side. They executed poorly. They did not approach tactic. Look at how he stepped out. If you think this motherfucker, you know this motherfucker, and I think you know this motherfucker got a gun, why would you back away from your car door? Because if he wanted to shoot you, you basically presented yourself as a better target. Yes, coconut candy must go. Almond, what's that? Almond Joy? Out of here. All that chocolate and nope, I don't like it. That coconut shredded shit gotta go. Yeah. But he shouldn't have even presented himself that way. Because if I wanted to shoot you, now I have a cleaner target. It's harder to shoot you through a door. Yes, a door is concealment, not cover, but it's harder. A bullet can get lodged in the door and not make it out on the other side. It's a possibility of that. There's something else between it. So I'm not going to swing all the way out and then present myself with my gun ready to shoot you. No. That is a bad approach. Terrible approach. You don't do that. He should have been stopping back there. Way back there. That's where he should have been stopping. Doing all this shit and then another car coming up that way. You see, they both like, wait a minute, what the fuck? They were literally shocked. Sko said he understood over an almond joy. Hey, Sko, motherfuckers, the product ways over shit cheaper than that, better, less than that, man. I get it. Fuck them almond joys, nigga. Wait, almond joys got the nuts in it, right? But ain't no coconut and almond joy, is it? That's Mounds that got the almond joy, I thought. I don't know. I don't fuck with neither one of them. They out of here. The officer, yeah, you saying you already should know how officers are going to respond if you are armed. True indeed. The officers are going to respond aggressively. I'm not tripping on that. But they put their lives in danger too. That's why so many of these motherfucking officers be getting shot, because they be gung-ho. They be thinking, I need to get the shot off first. And that's true when you in close quarters. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why you learn how to shoot from tuck ready. That's why, because you in close quarters. That's why you know you if you ever see me shooting in a close quarter situation, you'll see me like this. When I go tuck ready, I automatically go like this. Because if I'm turning a corner and a motherfucker coming at me, I can push them off and I can turn my body and bang, bang, bang. So yes, but that's part of your tactical training. So it's like you have to think about that. As an officer, I'm not rolling up on nobody that close who I know got a gun. One of my undercover brothers and told me, hey, that didn't sound right. Undercover. Undercover officers told me. Yeah, that sounds like some down low shit. One of my undercover officers told me, hey, I got a guy with a black t-shirt on, a black white beat on, some green and black pants, and I just saw him take a gun from his pocket and put it in his waist. Somebody need to go check it out. I'm undercover. I don't want to blow my cover. I get it. All right, cool. I'm on that call. Yes, I'm taking it. Let's roll up. That motherfucker go, wait, slow down, Jonesy. Slow down, Starsky. That's what I'm doing. Slow down. Let's see what this motherfucker do. This motherfucker take off, we know we got us a bad guy. Let's approach him. All right, hang on. Let me jump on the motherfucking, on the megaphone. Hey, young man, put your hands up. Stop. Put your hands up. Me doing that 20 yards away saves his life. Me doing that 20 yards away keeps me from shooting the motherfucker and keeps him from getting shot. It does. Here's the thing. What if the officer would have been a better shot and did hit by the organ and the kid died? So you got a young man that died for doing what? He didn't put his hands up. I get it. Was he a bad guy? No. Was he a dumb guy? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the officers are gonna get the benefit of the doubt. I totally get it. That's why I said it's justified. It's definitely justified, but it can still be a bad shoot. And in this case, it was, in my opinion. It really was. They could have saved themselves a lot of paperwork. They could have saved themselves a lot of bad press or whatever the case may be, because I'm sure the more that this video gets shown, the more that people see this video, people are going to disagree with that shit. And I know that the police department, they're going to have it justified, and that's why they came out with it and said right away before they released that tape. That's why they said it, because they want to plant the seed of it being justified. But if you really look at it, you will see if those dudes was 20 yards away, they probably wouldn't even shot. Why? Because he all the way back here. And when he pull his gun out, he pulling out like this and he drop it. And he got this hand up and he dropped it. If he was a bad guy, he would have ran. If he was really trying to hurt y'all and didn't want to get caught, he'd have just pulled the gun out and started dumping. Kid that boy in the Burger King bar just got too close and shot while scared. Yes. Yep. Sure did. The lady who came up yelling after them other officers, you right, Amanda. Them officers had that motherfucker there, and they like, we got him. And they like, hey, put your gun down. Hey, we got you, man. Just calm down. We gonna, and she rolled up out of the blue. Put your gun down. Bang, bang. There she go. Out the blue. Just want to get that gun off. So she can be like, yeah, with her butch ass. Yeah, I did what I had to do, man. I had no choice. You always have a choice. The choice was, don't just walk up and think you in charge because you got 4 other motherfucking officers that's already there and they ain't shot this motherfucker yet. Why the fuck do you need to, why do you need to shoot? Same thing with Laquan McDonald. You had motherfucking 25 motherfucking police officers out there. Well, it wasn't 25, but I'm exaggerating. But you had at least 10 officers out there. And them motherfuckers just watching this nigga on some wilding out crazy shit, walking around with a fucking knife. Ain't stabbed nobody, ain't pinched the motherfucker or nothing. All these other officers got their guns holstered. Van Dyke rolled the fuck up. I'm pulling my gun out and I'm letting them have it. 16 fever, nigga, like Gucci Mane. Just saying. The thing is, man, you have to keep in mind, yes, you can get hurt. Yes, you can. It's dangerous. But my thing is this. Be smart. And you damn sure can't be scared being the fucking police. That I'm scared shit, that shit needs to change. That shit needs to go. I'm telling you, especially with these female cops that's copping that shit, I was scared. Then, bitch, you don't need to be the police in these streets. You need to be working with some juveniles. You need to be behind the scenes. You need to be a desk sergeant or some shit like that. These motherfuckers out here like the Asian dude that shot Castile. I was scared. You can't be scared being the police in these streets. You can't. The job don't allow that. It's just like being a fireman. I can't be no fireman and tell a motherfucker, well, why didn't you use your axe and go in that building? I was scared. Motherfucker, this is your job. Your job is to go into burning buildings, motherfucker. That's what your job is. Unless your sergeant or your lieutenant tell you, no, it's too bad we ain't going in. Nigga, you need to be going in. Just saying. You can't be scared being the police, and that's what this shit was. You was frantic, your adrenaline pumping, you ready to get it, you get into action, got with a gun in a high crime area. Oh yeah, I'm out to get this nigga. They're not thinking the whole picture, which is another reason why police should live where they police. Because you will know and you will think, well, shit, I'd have me a gun out here too, either it's legal or illegal. Why? Because it's a high gun violent area. That's just what it is. Right, Soto, leave your emotions in your locker. Nigga, you got to be tactical. You got to be logical. You have to be smart and you got to be one step ahead of the other motherfucker. That's just it. He should not be absolved from being held accountable for what he did or what he didn't do. I get it. The police was so close that they couldn't even give a command to put the gun down. The police were that close. That's why they have microphone, the megaphone. That's why they have them. That's why they got the horn. The horn is there for that. The sirens, what are the sirens for? They are a warning system to let you know, motherfucker, we coming. Get out our way. Here we come. We almost there. That megaphone, that's what that's there for. It's for me to give commands that are loud and clear over the airwaves so you can hear me. I mean, not over the airwaves, but out in the air, the open environment so you can hear me loud and clear. Disperse. I used to get on that shit all the time with my daddy. He always let me get on the mic. Mama, come outside. Loud as fuck. And you know what happened? Everybody on the block will come outside. Mama, come outside. Open the door, mama. I'm coming in. That's the type of shit my daddy let me do in the police car. I love daddy. Can I get on the mic? Boy, no. Daddy, come on, please. I get on the mic when we get home. Go ahead. Turn it on. Boop, boop. Mama, open the door. Mama, can you open the door for me? Hey, what's up, JJ? Hey, what's up, y'all? That's what I did. That's what it's there for. Use your microphone right there. Absolutely could have done it. But you geeking. Gotta get him, 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 gotta get him. That's all he thinking. Got him. Still was a shitty shoot. Yeah, I know I wasn't supposed to do that on the mic, but my daddy was a sergeant, and he could do what the fuck he wanted to do because he was the police. All right, y'all. Hey, I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab. And I just want to tell y'all, man, it's an honor to be able to be here and do what I do with y'all. This was a great show. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for being here with me on my daddy's birthday. I really do appreciate it. To everybody that checked me out over on the United Guns of America, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for doing what y'all do and supporting me the way that y'all do. It's awesome. Thank you for the conversation and the dialogue. Shout out to everybody that gave me their opinion, gave me their thoughts, and shout out to everybody for just showing up. Click the like button, click the share button, and click that donate button, all right? You can do that too. Everybody just give $1, whatever the case may be. But to those of you, let me see if anybody else then gave a little something. I can go ahead, shout them out. Yeah, send me that story, man. I'll look at it. Especially if it's a video, send it to me. I'll definitely check it out. Let's see here. Is this from yesterday? I think so. CPA Diva, in case I didn't give a shout out, thank you so much for your donation yesterday. Hit me up with $2. My man Brass Man Taker hit me up with $2.50. I think I said I shouted them out yesterday, but I want to make sure. So there we go. Let's see. The Kokomo, Indiana guy with cross tased and beaten in the pod. Yeah, you can send me that too, QT. I'll definitely take a look at that. That's what's up. All right, let's see here. Hey, my man Ronald Dixon hit your boy up with $10. Thank you, good sir. That's what's up. And let's see who else. Had to send another donation. You pronounced my government name correctly. I have family members that have known me for 43 years. They can't say it right. Great show. Sorry, DeSoto, Texas has to act a fool. G Friend 94. Thank you so much for your donation. Hit me up with $5. All right, everybody. Thank y'all. I appreciate you guys. It's been a great night, great show. I'm gonna find myself something to eat, and man, I don't know if I might come back. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. But also, I want to give a shout out to my brother from another mother, my man Tommy Sotomayor. Thank you, brother, for all that you do. Man, I was so surprised at how them motherfuckers on that Revolt show, how they was saying all the shit Tommy been saying for years. I'm telling y'all, man, I understand what Tommy does and why he does it. But all the years he been doing this, I don't know if I could mentally have the mental fortitude to continue to do all of the stuff that I'm doing, that he does, and say what he says, and people not acknowledge what the fuck he's doing and that he's saying this shit first. I don't get it. And I just want to be one of the ones to acknowledge that part. Tommy, these motherfuckers is not only watching you, they fucking copying you. Motherfuckers to say that I'm copying Tommy. Yup. Motherfuckers say I'm trying to be the next Tommy. Whatever. Say it. I tell you this, I won't let a show go by where I don't support, where I don't acknowledge, and I don't salute that man right there. On everything I love. That in itself is a problem. Niggas know that this nigga is saying the shit that's true. They know he's saying the shit that's right. And I ain't even talking about the crazy motherfucking stalker gay following that he got. I'm talking about motherfuckers that know what's up and know that what this dude is saying is the right thing and the true thing. And motherfuckers who are in positions to actually put this dude on a bigger stage won't. It's fucked up and it's fucking us up and it's hurting us as a people. That's all I'm saying. I just want to be one of the ones. I don't never want to be in a position. I don't ever want to get too big, and I don't ever want to take for granted what this man does and the fact that he is trailblazed and he has set some shit aflame that needed to be set aflame years ago. And the fact that he had the balls to do it and the fact that he does it the way that he does, ain't nobody like him. The motherfucker's original as shit. The motherfucker is fucking epic on his shows and his talent is unmatched. Plain and simple. I'm saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. You can say I'm a dick rider. You can say I'm Tommy's bitch. I'm Tommy's slave. Say all the shit you want to say. Till you tell me where this motherfucker lying, I don't want to hear shit you gotta say. Motherfuckers got a problem with Tom. Show me where he lying, and then you got a point. Then you got a leg to stand on. Until then, the fact that you mad at how a nigga doing the shit he doing, you ain't got no right for that shit. You have no right to judge how a motherfucker go about telling the fucking truth. That's idiotic. It's insane. But I will always be the one to say, without a shadow of a doubt, my brother, I support you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. You the coldest nigga that ever done it. And man, motherfuckers need to acknowledge it. I'm telling you, I'm tired. And I only been around for what, 7 years? It's what, since 2012, 2013? I'm tired of these niggas saying the shit that he been saying for years, and you know these niggas watching. They saying it verbatim. It ain't they just saying the same thing. They on the same page. No, these niggas are saying the shit that he said. He said it's like that dude Big Ja did that video that Jason Gunn pointed out. That nigga talking about, oh, you wearing your hair hat today? Y'all know goddamn well where he got that from. Y'all know where he getting it from. Y'all know where these niggas getting this shit from. And y'all ain't acknowledging it. That's fucked up. But at the end of the day, bro, hey, man, I thank you. I appreciate you. I support you, man. Shout out to my man, Tommy Sotomayor. Everybody else, thank y'all. I love y'all. Good night. And until next time, peace, and I'm out. Happy birthday, Pops.